This is gonna be one hell of a video. Hey everybody, welcome back to Fabulous Tiffany. So today I am going to do a very long video. So I just came back from Milan, so I've got my experiences to share with you, a massive haul to do for you. But before I get there, yeah, I even had to write it down. Go check out my review of the Louis Vuitton Bosphore backpack, because that bag endured with me throughout my time in Milan. It was 40 degrees every day. There were essentials that you had to bring basically for survival because it was so damn hot, and that bag did it all for me. So go check that out. Check out my pros and cons of that bag and just all around what I think of it. So as I said before, this is gonna be one long video. So for those of you who want to just watch it for the haul and the stuff that I bought, I will definitely tell you what time to scroll until, so that you don't have to hear me blab about my Milan experience. But obviously, if you do want to hear, just keep watching. So again, my first part of this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience, and then the other half I will be talking about my haul. With that being said, I'm going to be talking about the shopping, the eating, the sightseeing, and everything fabulous, because this trip was ballin'. So before I get started, I'm going to tell you three things, three essentials that you have to bring to Milan. The three things is one, sunscreen. Okay, I went back, my concealer color perfectly matched my skin tone. Came back, doesn't work anymore. That's how dark you get. And I wore sunscreen every day. Okay? And two, I live in Canada. We think we got mosquitoes up in Muskoka, but the mosquitoes in Milan are crazy. Day and night, they are there. They will attack any time of the day, not just at night. And my God, I don't even get bit here in Canada. I got bit there 4 times in, what, 5 minutes? And I still got the scars to show it. So definitely bring bug spray and the cream you would use after you get bitten if it gets itchy. So, shopping. They've got, obviously, the 4 big streets, which I'll talk about later, but they've also got a lot of outlets. The most famous one, I believe, is the okay, sorry if I butcher any of these names, but the Serravalle, whatever outlet that is in Milan. It takes about an hour and a half, depending on how fast your bus driver goes, to get there, but it is still situated in Milan. It's got all the top designer brands you can think of: Versace, Moschino, Ferragamo, Burberry, Bulgari, oh my God, I'm missing one, Dolce & Gabbana, and basically all those high-end designers. But let me tell you, I bought nothing on that trip that day. Not because, okay, maybe it is, but the items there aren't cheap. They're still relatively priced, where that you can still find, for example, a $200 wallet there or a $300 wallet there, but still find a relatively new $200 or $300 in a actual retail store of the same brand. So what I mean is, if you want to buy just to buy and just to buy from that brand, this outlet would be for you. But if you're like me, where one, obviously a good deal is always everything, but two, you still want the quality and the fact that that item is not 2 years old, the outlet is definitely not for you. Because the outlet sells a lot of old stuff, first of all, and their stuff aren't cheap. So again, if you're just buying because you want to get something from Burberry, or if you just want to get something from Versace, I'm going to stop saying that brand, then that would be for you. but I don't find the need to spend the same amount of money at an outlet that I can spend at an actual retail store and get a bigger, better item. Okay? They also have another one called Foxtown. That's in Switzerland. I didn't go to that one because with going to Seraval on the first day, I didn't even want to go to another outlet, so we didn't go there. But Foxtown, the difference is they have Fendi and they have Valentino there that Seraval doesn't. So if you're into those two brands, and again, and I'm imagining that it's the same concept, if you just want to buy something from those brands, then yeah, go for it, because it is still cheaper, but it's not cheap. And I went during the sale season. In Milan, there are only 2 sale seasons, one in January and one in July. Mid-July, that's when I went. And I feel like I was already at the end of the sale season, because even in the main retail stores, the sales weren't great. I don't know if it's because I went to the Las Vegas one in June and July a couple years ago, and their sales are amazing. Like, amazing. Like, I can die for those. But their sales aren't the top-notch item. Like, their top-notch items aren't on sale in Milan. So all of the things that I bought was actually not on sale that I'm going to review after, and I'm going to share with you after. But outlets for me are just a waste of time because they are so far away. Foxtown is actually further than Seraval, and I just don't find the need to spend or waste an entire day going to an outlet when I can spend it on Mont Napoleon and Saint Andrea. Okay, so with that introduction, the streets that I found everything at is Via Monte Napoleon and Via Sant Andrea. I loved it so much that I had to get a magnet of the street plate. So you can imagine how amazing that street was. There are actually 4 streets that they call the Golden Quadrilateral, I think, relatively translated from Italian. But basically it's just 4 streets that form a square and has all the brands imaginable. But Monte Napoleone is very long. I mean, it's not too long that you're gonna die by the end when you reach the end of the street. But it's a very comfortable, leisurely walk, and it's just so luxurious. I love it. And those were the streets where I got most of these stuff from that I'm gonna share with you. Then there's also Galleria Vittorio Emanuele, which is the one with the dome. Obviously, if you don't want to buy, that's still a very great place to visit because it's immaculate. There's only, brand-wise, there's only Louis Vuitton. There's a Mercedes stores in there, which is pretty cool. Louis Vuitton, Prada, 2 Pradas because the men and the women are across from each other. Louis Vuitton and Versace there. So it's not a place where there's a lot of brands, but there's enough for you to just feel the atmosphere and the whole, I guess, environment of Milan. And it's basically encompassed in that little block, but basically in the 4 corners of the center, it's only Louis Vuitton, 2 Pradas, and a Versace. Then there is the department store that is located a block or 2 blocks away from Galleria Vittorio Emanuele, and it's called La Rinascente. And basically that's the first and biggest department store in Milan, kind of like your Saks or your Holt Renfrew, and basically those high-end department stores. So if you're going to Milan and you want a general overview of all the brands, definitely check or go there first to scout out your bags or your accessories or whatever it is. And the only place that has Givenchy in Milan is actually in La Rinascente. So there's no stores in Milan as of yet. They only have it in that department store. So if you're going to find your Antigona or your Rottweiler items, that's where you would have to go. And obviously, eating there every day, pasta, pizza, ice cream is mwah. Love it. The best thing in the whole world. And I guess the boys in Italy aren't bad looking either. And I mean, they are not bad looking at all. Okay, so yeah, that's basically everything that I have to share about Milan. Experience-wise, it was such a great trip because you had everything. You had the food, you had the sightseeing, the tours. Duomo was amazing. It took 6 centuries to build, so you can just imagine how insane and commanding that building is. It was just superb. Everything. Like, I give this trip a 10 out of 10 because it was amazing. And even prior to me starting to shop, I was already in love with the city, so you can imagine how much more I love it after watching my haul. So, welcome back to those of you who just skipped over to the haul or had to pause after my spiel about the whole Milan experience. Welcome back, and now I am going to do my haul. So down below, I'm going to list these items in the same order as I present them to you, so that if you just want to skip to a certain item, feel free to do so. I'm going to also do it in the order of the least expensive to the most expensive. I'm not going to share prices, but you can just gauge yourself of how much these items cost by me doing it from least to most. So the first item on the list, a mango denim jacket that I got in mango. I love it just because it is so different. It's paint splattered at the back and the front and the whole jacket. Some of them, they've got a little bit of a ruined feel to it because they've made some holes in it, and a little bit of a distressed feel to it. I love it. It's so comfortable. It fits exactly to my body. This is actually a small, which I'm surprised I fit in because I usually wear a medium. But with that being said, it fits. It's awesome. It's artistic. It's cool. So I definitely picked this up. There's no mango in Canada anymore, so I'm very happy that I was able to find something from there over in Milan. Then, the second order on the list is a shirt or a tank or something that looks cool from Dirk Bikkembergs, I think. I'm not sure if it's an Italian brand. You know what? Let me go find out. Okay, so this is a Belgian fashion house, Dirk Bikkembergs. Yeah, Dirk Bikkembergs. The outside of the store was so chic, so cool. It was all black. It looked like a kind of like a container with glasses, and that's what drew me in to check it out. Things are quite pricey in there. This was on sale. It's one of their sport couture items. So as you can see, it's like a mesh tank top with black detailing. It has number 9 at the back. I'm not sure what the significance of this is, but for most of their shirts only have a couple of numbers, so I'm going to assume that it means something to the designer. But basically it's a sheer mesh top that I was thinking I can wear over a slip dress or just something all black underneath and have this outside. So it's pretty cool. It's very breezy. It's very comfortable, very airy, obviously, because it's mesh. The material is kind of hard, but at the same time it's structured, which I like, so that's why I got it. Then we've got these shoes. So they are an Adidas pair of Stan Smith shoes. I'm late on the Stan Smith train, but basically all the whites in the world are sold out other than these that I have actually not seen here before, so that's what drew me to them. But at the same time, it's because I also have a lot of black shoes, and for some reason I just gravitate towards all black stuff. So these are the all black Stan Smith. I'll show you both. I got it in 6.5 because they are just atrociously big. Again, same detailing. You've got the Stan Smith at the front, same logo at the back, or the Stan Smith logo at the back, I mean. And the 3 pinstripes, the Adidas 3 pinstripes as in Stan Smith style, and basically it's literally all black. Very comfortable. The leather is very soft, but it's actually very comfortable to my surprise because I thought they would be very stiff. but they're not. So win-win, and the guy that sold them to me was so cute. One of the cutest guys I've seen in a while, so that was a major plus. Then the next item on the list is a scarf that I actually saw here a couple months ago, but knowing that I was going to Milan, I waited. It is an Alexander McQueen scarf that I missed out once when I bought my first black one. I don't know why I didn't pick this up, because this is literally my color. If you start noticing, this is the blue that I love and that I always buy a lot of stuff in. But with that being said, I saw this back in April. I knew I was going to Milan, and with searching on the website, I found out that buying it in euro other than in pounds, which I'm very surprised, is actually cheaper, even though it's a British brand. So when I went there, obviously this was the first item that I bought because I knew I wanted it, and I knew that they had it in this color, and I wasn't going to miss out again on this blue that I missed out on last time. So it is this electric blue that I adore. So obviously it's the very classic, very traditional Alexander McQueen in their skull pattern. This blue is just everything to me. Literally everything. And I love this blue. Love, 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 love. But yeah. So with that being said, this is their traditional silk scarf. I am so rough with the black one that I am going to start using this properly in a ladylike fashion and not ruin it like my other one. So Alexander McQueen, it's made in Italy, like the other scarves, but just in an electric seasonal blue. Next is a belt that I've been eyeing for forever. Can't find it in Canada or Toronto, so when I knew I was going to Milan, definitely had to pick one up. So it's the Moschino classic belt that says Moschino on it. I am so terribly sorry if I keep mispronouncing it, but basically it's just the black with the gold Moschino lettering that I would wear up here, like a high-waisted thing. I fit in a 42. I also fit in a 40 and a 44, but the reason why I got a 42 is because the holes that I am using aren't at the very end. Ugh, hold on. Aren't at the very end or at the very end this way. So if I get fatter, obviously I still have room to go, and if I get skinnier, hopefully, I would still have room to go. So that's why I picked up the 42, which is right in the middle of 40 and 44. So just in case if I wanted to wear it a little higher on my waist or a little lower on my waist, I still have that option. So do think about that when you purchase your belts as well, because you don't want a belt that's too form-fitting or one that's too loose, obviously, just in case if, you know, you wear different clothing that's thicker or thinner, or just you yourself want to wear something more loose. Okay, so after the belt comes a shirt from Kenzo. I've been wanting a sweatshirt from them, so as you can see, loving the blue. I love blues, so that's why I got one in blue. The lady actually brought me like 9 different colors, and I spent half an hour in 40 degrees weather because they barely have air conditioning in their stores trying these thick ass sweaters on. You can just imagine how much of a mood I was in. But regardless, in the end, I was happy that I was able to pick one up. So basically, they had a lot of different colors, from the pink, the orange, dark red, dark gray, light blue, and a white. I was debating between this blue with a white, a light gray, and the dark red. For some reason, all the other sizes fit the same other than this blue one. Even in medium and large, it was bigger than all of the other colors for some reason. But regardless, I picked this one mainly because of the color, and also because of how contrasted the colors and the detailings are, the embroidery are, against the blue. Also, if you're thinking of picking up a light gray Kenzo sweatshirt, the lady told me that even though they have a different color almost every 3 months or 3 or 4 months, I think she was saying. Light gray is always one of the colors. So if you're looking for a dark gray, but you don't like the specific embroidery colors of that season or of that period, definitely wait for the next period, because as she said, there's always a light gray. It's like a tradition of theirs that there is always a light gray sweatshirt with different colored embroidery every 3 to 4 months. So if you're looking for a light gray, definitely wait it out if you don't particularly like that color combination. All right, then after that, I picked up something, and this is actually my second purchase of the trip, but I started using it there, so I guess it's not new, but it's still new. It's a Louis Vuitton wallet that I got. Comes in their Louis Vuitton dust bag. And it looks like this. It kind of looks like their agenda, to be honest with you, that I am loving, by the way. But basically, I love this because it's so different. There's still the monogram, but at the same time, it's so different from their other wallets. So it's a buckle open wallet with a lot of card holders inside. You've got 2 pockets here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 card slots inside. It's also made in France, which is a massive bonus because a lot of their smaller accessories are now made in Spain, and I don't really appreciate that. But regardless, this is made in France, so I'm very happy about that. Again, Louis Vuitton button. It says Louis Vuitton on it. And what I love most is that the coin purse is attached to it. And it looks like one of those old school coin purses that you open with the accordion sides. And with the gold detailing up top that says Louis Vuitton on it. Which is spectacular. But yeah, I just love it because the coin purse is so cute. Like the traditional coin purses, and because it's very big in that it can fit Canadian, American, Euro, and pounds, and I wouldn't have to switch wallets because of the different money sizes. So love this bag, definitely worth it. And then I've got 2 more items on the list, which are the creme de la creme. So my second last item on the list is my Moncler jacket that I got. I don't even know if I can show you because I don't know if it'll fit in this angle. But basically, it's this short jacket with silver detailing. Loving the huge zippers, one of the points or reasons why I got it. And also because of the leather detailing on the shoulders. This is in all black. It also comes in a grayish camel green. I tried that on. I mean, that didn't come in my size because for this I wear a size 2. The camel green didn't come in it, and thankfully it didn't because the color was atrocious on. It doesn't look bad on the shelf, but maybe because of my complexion and my skin tone, it did not look good on my skin. So with that being said, the traditional Moncler zipper detailing, the Moncler logo on the side, and a little bit of a ruffle detailing at the back, so it really cinches in the waist. I personally did not like the Moncler jackets before because of its design, how puffy it was and how Michelin looking it looked. But with this, it's actually very form-fitted, so it doesn't look too bulky. And one thing about their jackets is that their short jackets are actually very short. It sits above the waist. But this I didn't really mind because it did fit at the style with it being so short. It cinches right at the waist, so it doesn't make you look too big with it coming out for too long. Like if that even makes sense. Like it cinches at the waist in that because it's so short, it sits perfectly above the hip. I feel like if it fitted below the hip that it would look or make my hip and my ass look really big, but this one doesn't. So that's why I definitely splurged on this purchase. And the leather detailing is just everything for me, and it's form-fitted. The silver detailing with the huge zippers is another bonus that I really fell in love with this jacket, and it's all black. So again, thematically, love it. And then lastly, and this was also the last purchase I made on this trip, is from Saint Laurent. So initially when I went in, or before I even went on this trip, I wanted to check out the chain wallet, and two reasons is because one, the chain comes off, and two, it still has the same YSL feel to it. However, when I went in to see the wallet, the chain was just way too short for me. I couldn't crossbody it. The only way I can wear it is on the shoulder. And not that I can crossbody this bag, but I just feel, well, I just fell in love with this bag really fast and really hard. The chain wallet was just not doing it for me. It was just very meh. After I saw it in person and after I tried it on, it wasn't commanding enough. So I guess that's why, well, one of the reasons why I ended up with this bag. The other reason is because my mom went in to check out the Cabas bag. I think that's what it's called, the Cabas bag in royal blue. But when this SA brought out the royal blue bag, he also brought out another one, the all black Cabas bag. So you can imagine how smitten I was with this bag. However, this is not my style. So I had to ask him if this all black design, isn't this gorgeous? This is actually a gorgeous bag. I might steal it from my mom actually. But every detailing is black. And the leather is very black. So that's why the logo doesn't stand out as much. But because it's so incognito, I think it's very chic. But anyways, yeah, so this bag also comes with a strap. But anyways, this is not mine. So, with that being said, I asked the SA if another bag came in this all black style. And, of course it did, because I got this. I believe this is the satchel in all black. Isn't it so gorgeous? Okay, so as you can see, take a look at it. It's in the grainy leather, which is another bonus for me because I am done with the smooth lambskin bags. They scratch way too easily, and I just feel the pressure when I use it to have to keep it safe and basically to keep it unscathed. So that's why this was another added bonus when he brought the bag in and it was in this leather. Oh, woo! After you open it, the chain is yay long. So when I wear it, it sits on my hip. It's not long enough. It's not long enough to crossbody. I am wearing pajama pants. It's not long enough for me to crossbody because it literally sits above my hip and that's not cool. So I can only single shoulder it, and I am fine with single shouldering this bag because it is just so damn gorgeous. So here it is. It's all black with the black chain. Inside it's just one huge compartment that you can't even see because it's so damn black inside. The thing here is basically so that it says Saint Laurent on it, but it's basically so that it doesn't go through the hole and it doesn't do the crazy thing where the chain just doesn't stop moving about. So it's basically like a stopper. So as you can see right now, it's at the very end and it basically won't move anymore because I've cinched it to the very end. But basically this bag you can wear on your shoulder. You can use it as a clutch where you put the string or the chain around your hand and just use it as a clutch. Or you can shove the chain inside and just use it as is, right? But you have the whole chain inside, clinkling, clackling inside. So for me, I'm gonna find a bag, maybe like one of the Tiffany & Company bags where you can cinch the top so you can keep it in a compartment. It won't scratch your phone, it won't scratch your wallet inside, and just have it so that the chain is just on the top. See what I mean when it's very smooth and that it just comes out? But anyways, so it doesn't ruin the whole look if you're just using it as a clutch. So yeah, this bag, just by the looks, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because it's so chic, it's so modern, it's all black, and it's just so me. So yeah. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you didn't find it too boring. And hopefully I'd be able to answer any of your questions that you may have. So feel free to leave any comments or questions. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. But until I see you next time, be fabulous.